Hi, my name is Angela J. binti Swali. I would like to present this research study entitled A State of the Art Software Configuration Management Tools for Global Software Development. Briefly, this study is about identifying the software configuration management tool used to reduce the difficulties faced by the developer while working in global software development environment. In other words, working in distributed team. And this is the contents for my presentation today, which start with introduction, after that motivation, followed by methodology, result and discussion, conclusion, and last one is references. Global software development emerged widely in software development environment because of several factors such as growth strategy, improve operational effectiveness, and to increase product quality, which lead towards this trend. However, several researchers have identified a bundle of issues and challenges when dealing with the global software development environment, such as communication problem, coordination, and control issue. Moreover, software configuration management also suffered with the emergence of global software development environment. For the motivation, we believe that there is an evaluation of software configuration management tools which have been deployed specifically for global software development environment, which the trend is noticed incredibly complex. Therefore, the objective of this study is to identify and synthesize the software configuration management tools which have been deployed for global software development environment. And also, we would like to identify the current trend of software configuration management tool development. To perform the study, we apply systematic mapping study. For the first step, we came out with research question based on our objective of the study. So, the research question is what is the evaluation of software configuration management tools in global software development environment. Second one is what is the current trend of software configuration management tool. Second step is set string and source selection. We perform two separate stages of extensive search to answer our research question. As we can see from this table, we divided it into two categories. Categories A involve software configuration management keyword. Meanwhile, for category B, keywords for global software development. Both of these categories were combined using the Boolean expression. And for the databases, we are using IEEE Explorer, SCM Digital Library, Compendex AI, INSPEC, Google Scholar, and Science Direct. Next step is screening process, which we have decided to analyze the title, abstract, and keywords for each paper. In some condition, we also have to read through the entire paper to determine whether this paper is relevant to our research study. However, both of these situations lie into the inclusion and exclusion criteria. So, for the inclusion criteria, paper published should directly related to software configuration management tools, and the study should have focus on global software development environment context. As for the exclusion criteria, we have list 4 exclusion in this research study. For the first one is the paper which lie on different aspects of software configuration management, such as, for example, culture, time zone, language issues, which is extremely different from our focus. Second exclusion, we excluded any poster, panel, abstract, PowerPoint presentation, or even the summaries of article. Third exclusion, also we excluded any opinion, claim, personal evaluation, and reported recommendation in this study. And fourth one is some author may be published one paper related to more than one paper related to the tools. Therefore, we have decided to exclude any redundancy paper which mainly focus about the same subject. As for the result and discussion, we try to answer the research question in order to achieve the study objective. For research question 1, what is the evaluation of software configuration management tools in global software development environment? We have found 8 software configuration management tools during our research, and the tools consist of Advanced Artifact Management System (ADAMS), Columbia Hypermedia Immersion Environment (CHIME), Workspace Activity Viewer (WAV), Ariadne, FastDash, Palantir, Side, and Collab VS. For the first tools that we have found is ADMS is developed to accommodate software artifact, not only source code but also documentation software development. Second one is CHIME tools is dedicated to support large software development projects which are geographically disparate that allow other team members to learn any difficulties faced. Third tools was WAV, has been developed using the data gathered from the actual global software development environment, which can visualize the developer and dependencies of the artifact by using the stack of cylinder. Next is Ariadne. Ariadne is dedicates to deal with socio-technical relationship between source code and developer who own and implement the code, which can view the other team's member tasks. And for FastDash is designed specifically for a project of 3 to 8 teams member in order to create a real-time awareness and access to key information such as which code is changing, who is changing the code, and how the code being used. Palantir tools is concentrate more on collection, distribution, and organization and presentation of the relevant information. Side tool for software configuration management has the ability to detect merge conflict by showing the differences between two versioning of the article and provide information about the conflict and changes to the project developer in real time. Collab VS use a semi-synchronized model which also group of project developer to create a code asynchronously other than to detect early conflict and resolve conflict before the task is completed. As for the second research question, what is the current trend of software configuration management tools? Previous study has discussed in detail about the evaluation of software configuration management tool from the early generation starting from 1970s to 2000. First, in 1970s until 1980s, the software configuration management tool have been used by a single person to manage a mainframe. Thus, it requires applying a versioning and building technique. It then continued from 1980s to 1990s. Workspace management introduced in software configuration management tools at this time when only local team involved in develop large scale of software. It moved into from 1990s to 2000. Explicit process support in software configuration management tool required since distributed environment starting to taking place. Now, the software configuration management tool have been emerged widely in global software development environment. Since the trend of development more on global software development environment, software configuration management tools adding new features to help improving the software configuration management practice in global software development environment. The additional features in software configuration management tools are dependencies and group awareness. These features lead into another generation of software configuration management tools. So this also create a new trends in software configuration management tools. As for the conclusion, we have identified 8 software configuration management tools, as I mentioned before, which have been proposed by the various researchers, which then can be applied to global software development context. Global software development recognized as the current trend for software configuration management tools deployment. So for the future work, we will focus on comparing the features of the tools that we have identified during our study. That's all. Thank you.